Supper Club first originated kind of in two different streams of thought. I was overseeing the Strive program, which is a mentorship program with our local Rotary group, and we would take students to the Presidential Banquet Center for meals. And I noticed that they had no idea how to navigate that setting, from conversation to walking through a buffet line. And I kind of looked around and thought, this is such a real world skill. At the same time, I attended a conference that was early on alternatives to suspension/restorative practices. I thought, really, it's coming together as a meal to form relationships. Those are things that can bring people together and then help on the other side with discipline.
This supper club just provides that more organic environment because it's not prescribed like a class, it's not a book. That is what Reimagine Education is, because those adult-youth relationships don't happen with everybody, but when they do, they're powerful. I was more impressed, not necessarily by how they connected with me, but how I really felt like I was connecting with them.
During Supper Club, I kind of act like a bridge between the staff and the students, but I'm not meant to be someone of authority. She's really good at getting a lot of different career aspects. So like, there's been a librarian, someone's worked in theater, someone's worked at Sinclair. Like, there's so many different people that come here that no matter what your interest is, there's gonna be something for you here.
My role at Supper Club as a student leader is to help students out who are having trouble communicating, who feel nervous. It's my job to give them a pat on the back and just be there for everybody. From this experience of Supper Club, I've learned that there's actually a lot of different career paths out here that I didn't know of.
Education is always changing, and I think that right now we're still reimagining what all the high school experience can look like. But we do utilize quite a bit of technology, and all of that is great, but there's still a lot of value in conversation and in being able to be with people and carry that conversation.
So it's reimagining the way that you're communicating, because as we've gone more into the digital age with computers and Google Classroom and emailing, and Supper Club gives me a way to practice my communication skills, so I am able to go talk with my teachers. I just want to say how much it's helped people. And a lot of people don't know about it, and I feel like it's a mistake when people don't want to go. So I say, if you ever have the chance to come, please take it.
A thing that I like personally is that my goals for the program continue to change. But when we think about our portrait of a graduate and being a communicator and being a lifelong learner and being able to collaborate, these are all skills that you can learn in a classroom. But when we're reimagining education, we want to provide new opportunities for students to practice these people skills, these soft skills that we're hearing over and over from employers. They want people who can interact with people.
And as a transition coordinator, it really has allowed me to open some doors and make some connections, not only for myself, but for my students. Allowing students with special needs to get out in the community is my goal. So Supper Club's allowed me to open some doors. The experience is unbelievable. You get to see kids open up and do things that you never would expect them to do. You get to see the kids really shine and come out of their shells. It's truly amazing to watch them grow in such a short period of time, just over a meal. It's refreshing. But I think that they really enjoy the opportunity to talk to people that show an interest in them.
This was definitely a good experience, being able to ask adults questions, which I struggle a lot with. I was definitely thinking it was going to be more formal and strict, but we were just chatting and eating dinner. I was nervous about getting up with a microphone and talking, introducing the adults, but that was very quick. It wasn't that serious.
My favorite part of Supper Club, the rock, paper, scissors tournament at the beginning of Supper Club. It's amazing. Last month I actually won it. So basically it's Mrs. Britton's house rules. So you beat somebody in rock, paper, scissors, you have to cheer them on the rest of the way until you get to the last two.
When we did do rock, paper, scissors, I honestly thought I was gonna be out the second round. People were shouting behind me and in front of me. And I was like, oh my goodness. But then I beat her rock, paper, scissors, and I was like, oh. I was very excited. There was a lot of positivity around me. They were all supporting me. It was kind of overwhelming, but like in the good way.
My first time at Supper Club, I was honestly nervous. I really was nervous. And when I see a student, sometimes they're shy at the beginning, and like especially after rock, paper, scissors, where everyone's cheering each other on, we all get comfortable with each other. By the end, everyone, they look comfortable, they can talk to people, and they're not shy, like they broke out of their shell.
I love about Supper Club that it starts out awkward. I love that students and adults equally are not sure what to do when they first get here. But I think it's an important part for everyone to work through the uncomfortable feeling of who do I talk to first? What do I say? Should I just stand here? I want students to feel confident going into a setting that they don't know anything about, because as adults, that happens to us regularly.
Supper Club allows kids to reimagine where they're going to be. It's not the algebra, the biology, the social studies. It's the nursing or the engineering or the owning your own business, and they can imagine themselves doing that. So it allows them to get outside the box of school and really picture themselves in something they really want to do.
And I think that's something that Supper Club does. It just gives students a different avenue to shine.
Great job.